Doug Feinberg, the AP. Caitlin, to get back to the Final Four again, to beat the team that knocked you guys out last year, what does it mean to have Iowa in the spot to still be playing a chance to win a national championship?
Yeah, like you said, I feel like, it's amazing to be back in the Final Four. It's so hard to get there, especially with this region and how loaded this region was. But, we told ourselves we're the 1 seed for a reason. We've earned this. We deserve to be in these moments. We're prepared for these moments. But I think we came out here and, our second and third quarters, we played really, really good basketball. And LSU's a really good team. They're hard to guard. They're such good one-on-one players. They break you down. They make tough shots. They killed us on the glass. But we were just resilient. We never hung our head when things didn't go our way. And, that can get you a long way. And, I'm just proud of this group to go back to the Final Four. And, you enjoy this. And then you get to Cleveland and you start prepping for your next game. We want to win 2 more. And, I think we have the power to do that.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
Howard Mendel at the Next. Congratulations to all of you for reaching the Final Four. Sid, this is for you. It's kind of a two-parter. The first, the amount of time you were defending Anissa Morrow, and just take me through sort of that battle, the approach you took to it, and then at the conclusion of the game, if you'd take me through, I know you had family in the stands, what that moment was like for you, if you'd take, moments from that.
Yeah, first off, Anissa Morrow is a great player, and, I think me and Kate both guarded her. Kate guarded her a lot of the game, and she's a great post. And we know what they like to do. They like to get down on the post up, and we're a bit smaller than them, but we battled down there, and that was most important. They beat us on the glass, but I think really in the second half, we really stepped it up and focused on our box outs and defense. But overall, when I got to celebrate with my family, that was a super special moment for them to be here and share this moment with them. My parents and my brother have been with me and through everything, so I'm just so grateful to have them here with me.
Ken Shaw from the Schenectady Gazette. For the players, was revenge on your mind coming into this game for what happened last year?
To be honest, no. I feel like we prepare for this game. We focus on Iowa. We do what Iowa does, and we'll come out on top. And that was kind of Coach Bluter's message. It's not about last year. You worry too much about the past. You're going to get caught up in that. It's about being present, being where your feet are. Don't worry about being in the Final Four, be in this moment, be in the Elite Eight. Enjoy that and soak that in, and, that's what's going to allow you to win 40 minutes, and that's exactly what we did. And, I thought we just played a really good basketball game. When they went on their runs, we always had an answer, and that's all you can ask of your team.
Nancy Armour.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Nancy.
Nancy Armour, USA Today Sport. For Caitlin and Kate, how much you've been there before, so how much more incentive is it to take the step that you didn't, that you came up one step short last year? Yeah, I think that's obviously our goal. That's where we want to be, but you got to win one at a time. There's still 2 more there to get, and that's what makes the Final Four so fun. And anybody can take it, anybody can win it, and yes, we want to win the national title. That's probably what 100 other Division I basketball teams said when they started their season. And there's only one team of 360 that get to end their season happy. And to me, that's what makes this sport so fun. A lot of people end disappointed. And, being so close last year, I think that's what just drives you. But I know our group has given everything we got. And, at the end of the day, you win, you lose. I feel like our group has given so much to this game and to this program that you can always hold your head high. But I think at the same time, that's the reason we have been able to play such good basketball is we don't want this to end, and we want to keep coming back and working hard with each other and fighting for one more week and, extend it as long as you possibly can, I guess.
Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. Caitlin, after your freshman year, the loss to UConn, you said something in the press conference then about, I wanted to get to a Final Four. I didn't say it was going to be my freshman year. Thinking back then, what was missing in you and that team to make that step, and what is it that you guys have now that you were able to do it twice?
Honestly, I feel like, well, first of all, we were a young team. We had no experience. Playing with a young point guard. I was a freshman, and I think the biggest thing has just been my maturity and being able to move on from things when it doesn't go my way. And I feel like that's what I'm the most proud of over the course of these last 2 games, just being calm, cool, collected, and dialed into what we need to do. I'm not worried about what the other team's doing. I'm not worried about what call the ref is making. I'm worried about what Iowa needs. And you know, when I'm able to do that, I feel like that helps my teammates a lot, and I feel like that's the biggest way that I've grown over the course of the last 2 years. I'm not sure I really even did that my sophomore year, and, you know, I've always had the basketball skill. It's just been my mind and, you know, making my mind better, and, you know, lucky enough I've had really good teammates that have held me accountable and, you know, also been my biggest fans and been there to support me, you know, the entire way.
Jeff Linder, Cedar Rapids Gazette. Caitlin, you had a kind of a no-lose proposition here. Either you were going to go to Cleveland for the Final Four, or you're going to try out for the Olympic team. Just how, you know, how much greater is this than that would have been?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, obviously, like, the Olympics are always your dream, but to be here with this team and to be able to do what we've done and to extend that out another week is all I could have really asked. That's all I wanted, is to win this game tonight and be going back to Cleveland with, you know, the people I love and get to play for Iowa. That's across my chest every single time. So for me, it was like a win-win, I guess. I mean, I don't know. But more than anything, like, my focus is 100% on making Iowa really good and not really too focused on all that other stuff. I know that'll be there when, you know, my career ends, and hopefully that's with a win.
Right here.
Hi, M. Adler from The Next. Caitlin, good question. Were you surprised that Flaujae, you know, you didn't get more reps against her, her defending you? It seemed like her length was a little bit of an issue in the later in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was too much of an issue. I mean, honestly, like, no matter what they threw at me, I thought we always had a good answer. I think our goal coming into this game was to set a ton of ball screens, and that's exactly what we did. And, you know, I think they started showing late at the end of the game, which can sometimes be a little bit better on me rather than drop coverage. But coming into this game, I did expect her to guard me, I will say that. But at the same time, every team we play throws multiple defenders at us. I don't see one person for 40 minutes, and that's what they did. They brought somebody in off the bench that guarded me too. She guarded me a little bit, but also you don't want some of your best players to get in foul trouble, so I don't know if that was the reasoning behind it. But yeah, I think coming into this game, that was what I was more prepared for. But you know, you don't get to know what the other team's going to do, so.
Claire Hanna with TSN. First of all, congratulations on the win tonight. Caitlin, this one's for you. At the end of the fourth quarter, I think there was about 5 minutes left. You hit a three, and you pounded your chest, and you looked at the crowd. What was going through your head in that moment?
I think I just got hyped for a second, and honestly, I was trying to be, like, pretty calm and cool. Like, when you're playing a team like LSU, like, they're never out of the game, no matter what the time and score is. I'd never wanted to, and that's what I told our girls with, I think there's 4:45 on the clock and we were up 11. I'm like, do not start celebrating, do not start getting too emotional. Like, this game is not over, they're gonna fight till the end, and that's exactly what they did. But sometimes you get a little hype for yourself and you do things that you don't even realize you're doing. But I think that was the only three I celebrated, so.
Yeah, Michael Vopel from ESPN.com. Caitlin, the three-point percentage has been a little lower during the postseason, but tonight, 9, which ties an NCAA tournament record. Single game, you also passed Diana Taurasi for most threes in the NCAA tournament. I wonder if you could talk about, were you really feeling it from three-point range and how big that was, especially in the third quarter?
Yeah, I think for myself, like, I probably haven't been shooting it as good from three over the course of the last 5 or so games, but even if you told me that, I would still have 110% belief in myself and what I've been able to do this year. And to me, like, everything averages out over the course of the year. You know, I've had games where I've been 2 for 16. I've had games where I've been 9 of 15. Like, it all averages out. And I think that just speaks to the confidence that I have in myself and the time I've put in the gym. Like, I know I'm ready for this moment. I thought my shot felt good in warm-ups. And it certainly helps when you make your first three as a shooter, when you can see the ball go in. I think I was 2 of my first 3. And then I made my first to start the second half, and that certainly helped too. And I thought I got some good looks off the dribble, and I'm really comfortable shooting off the dribble. That's what I prefer rather than catch and shoot. So it was nice to have a game where I got some good looks at 3 for sure.
Nancy Armour, USA Today Sports. Kate, how good is this rivalry, or has this rivalry been for women's basketball? And how much did you think that Angel getting hurt, hobbled, whatever you want to call it, affected not just her but all of LSU?
Well, we really didn't look at it as a rivalry, honestly. To us, you know, it didn't really matter who was, you know, our opponent for this game. We were really just focused on ourselves. But, like, to have stars that, you know, LSU has, and to have stars that, like Caitlin on our team, I think that just really grows the game. So in that aspect, I think it's really cool. I'm sure we got some great viewership tonight in this game. I think a lot of people were looking forward to this game. And I don't know. For Angel, I can't speak for her, and obviously you never want to see an opponent go down. You never want to see somebody get injured. I don't know if it affected her or not. I mean, she came back in the game and she played pretty well, so I'm not quite sure on that one.
Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic, for all three of you, but start with Caitlin. There was a lot of anticipation around this game, in part because of the matchup, but just I know you guys are obviously in a win-or-go-home situation, but could you feel it? What did it feel like to be on that court tonight and just knowing how many people cared and were going to be paying attention?
To be honest, like, when you step on the court and you're a competitor, like, you don't feel that. Like, you're there competing. It's 5v5. Like, there could have been nobody in the gym, and both teams would have competed the exact same way. And, yeah, you're playing for a little more with a Final Four on the line, but to me, like, I'm not thinking like, oh my God, there's 15 million people at home watching this game right now. Like, no, like that's not what's happening. It's like, what can I do for my team to help me win the game right now? That's what's going through your mind. If you're too worried about everything else, you're not going to be successful. You got to be completely locked in on, what's happening between the lines. And I thought our team did a really good job of that. It wasn't so-and-so made a bad call. It wasn't like, oh my God, they've made 3 shots in a row. It was all about us and what we need to do. And I think that's one of the reasons we won the game, honestly.
Last one here for the athletes.
Hi, y'all. Isabel Rodriguez with The Next. I'm just curious. I mean, Gabby Marshall is not a player whose stats necessarily pop off the page, but I think for anybody who's watching her play, she certainly does. So I'm just wondering if you could speak about her and what she's meant to the program, and especially today. I mean, she played 40 minutes, so.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Gabby, and nothing pops off the page, but besides, she never got a sub the entire game, and she is working her tail off on defense constantly. So, I mean, if she was tired, we never knew it, and that's pretty impressive. And so, I mean, Gabby, she's going to catch fire. 1 for 3. She didn't get too many opportunities from 3 tonight, but, I mean, we believe in her, full confidence, 100%. She's an amazing shooter. And every single person on our team would say that. And so, she's probably mad that she shot 33% from the field, but I mean, we know we're going to need her in later games. And I'm really proud of the way how she never gives up on the defensive end, even if her, she's not getting all the scoring or all the, glory on the offensive end. So she's meant the world to this team, and she's one of the reasons why we are back to the Final Four again this year.